Guess what? It's December! And thus begins the Vlogmas reading vlogs. But yes, as part of my Vlogmas videos where I'm doing a video at least every other day in December, if not more, we'll see how we go, I also wanted to do little reading vlogs along the way. I mean, let's be honest, the idea of doing daily vlogs right now when we're in lockdown and we are doing nothing just seemed a little bit silly to me, but I thought it'd be fun to take you along my weeks in December because Christmas is my favourite time of the year. It is the time that I feel like I come alive. I am in my element. I love Christmas decorations, I love Christmas movies, I love Christmas songs. It's all good for me. This afternoon I've just been finishing off editing my November wrap-up, which is going up as my first Vlogmas video, so that is just processing right now. And in terms of what I'm reading right now, I'm going to be making a start on A Poem for Every Winter Day by Ali Asiri. As you will know from that wrap-up, I finished the autumn version of this and really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to seeing all of the Christmassy poems that are going to be in here. And also on a Christmas theme, I'm going to be picking up A Christmas Cornucopia by Mark Forsyth, which is the hidden stories behind our Yuletide traditions. And you'll probably have already seen the Christmas books video that I have made for Vlogmas where I'm talking about different Christmassy books that are on my bookcase. And this was one of the books that I said I really wanted to get to. It's on my TBR. I hadn't picked it up at the time that I recorded that video, and I have now, and I'm very excited. So yay, Vlogmas! I thought you might like to see me sorting through my TBR pile and basically sorting out this trolley for my December reads. So yes, this is my lovely TBR trolley. This is where I keep some of my history magazines, which I tend to read like a little bit of, and then I'll put them down, and then a new one comes through the door, so I really need to make an effort to actually finish all of them. Got my little genie mug where I keep my coloured pens, scissors, that kind of thing, and then this little Christmas hot chocolate tin which I keep my bookmarks in. The way I tend to organise my TBR trolley is I have this top shelf which is like all of the priority books that I really want to read in that month, this second shelf which is kind of more like less pertinent books, also project books, things where I'm maybe not going to read them right away but I want them for a specific read along or a project that I'm doing. And then the bottom shelf is where I keep any book that I have read in that month and that I need to talk about in a wrap up. Largely that kind of keeps the TBR trolley under control. And then if we turn to the side, that's the mess. Those are all of my to be read books. Oh. I've actually just counted and there's 27 unread books, which, oh, that's a lot to me. I don't like having that many there. But yeah, just gonna go through each of those, work out what shelves I want to put them each on, and yeah, let's get to it. So first off, I know immediately that two books I definitely need to read this month are these two Christmassy books. So I've got Christmas, a biography by Judith Flanders, and then A Christmas Cornucopia, the hidden stories behind our Yuletide traditions by Mark Forsyth. I actually talked about both of these in my recent Christmas books video, so they are going on the top. Then looking on here, another priority book is to finish off Troy by Stephen Fry, and I keep on saying I want to read Natives by Akala, so top pile it goes. I'll obviously be dipping into A Poem for Every Winter Day, but I think this is probably going to stay by my bedside rather than be in the trolley. Lower priority reading is War and Peace, because we're not going to get that done in a month. I'm also reading Ulysses with Kieran at KD Books, but that's probably not going to start this month, so second shelf it goes. I've been reading this like a little bit at a time whilst I've been doing my Penguin Monarch series, so second shelf because it's not like a priority read the whole thing cover to cover. Oh, speaking of Penguin Monarchs, we've got my Ethelred the Unready, which is the next video for my Penguin Monarch series, and then somewhere in here we've got my William I, which is not the third one, it's actually I think the fifth book, but it's the one that I was able to get my hands on. So Ethelred will be going on the top shelf and William will be going on the second shelf. I've been slowly working my way through the sonnets by William Shakespeare and I am up to sonnet 27. So I don't know, I might make a bit more progress on this month. We will see how we go, but I've been really enjoying reading these. There's a lot of fiction on here that I'm just kind of like, do I want to read that? Okay, I think in terms of the books out of here that I am the most excited about reading, I've got Social Life Books, Alfred's Britain, Girl with the Louding Voice, because that was a gift, and The Uncrowned Queen. So I'm going to put these on the top shelf and see what room I've got. Okay, this is what we are looking like so far, and then looking back at here, are there any project-y kind of... Oh, Hunchback will go on the second shelf because that's a classic. I know definitely I've said I want to do videos with Wife After Wife by Olivia Hayfield, and then the other bilingual, so second shelves. I've also taken out my 2 Tudor non-fiction because those are books that I'm maybe not going to read straight away, but I definitely want to. And then we're kind of left with a bunch of fiction and then this one non-fiction, Three Women by Lisa Tadeo, where, if I'm being really honest, I'm not super excited for any of these books. And I don't know if maybe I need to do like a try a chapter tag or something. I've already done try a chapter with like these 3, definitely. And I don't know, I feel like I go into charity shops and I get very excited, and then especially because we've had lockdown, I've been like, I need to have as many books as humanly possible and they're so cheap, so let's just buy them, and I need to stop doing that. I think I've recently realised that the things that I get excited for are like what you see here. It's like history non-fiction, like classics down here. That's what I tend to get the most excited about, whereas maybe a little bit of historical fiction I can get excited for, but a lot of it I don't. And then a lot of contemporary stuff I'm a bit like, on. So maybe I need to stop buying it. It is now the 2nd of December, so apologies, we have gone forward a day. What do I have to update you on? So yesterday, last night, me and Kieran from KD Books had a Zoom chat where we were talking about the Les Mis read-along that we are planning to do. Starting to get some plans in motion. I think there might have been an announcement video by the time this goes up, but it might be next week. But we're hoping to get that all sorted so that the read-along will start in January. One sec, let me put a light on, see if that makes this any better. I think that's done nothing, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it's going to be a read-along that'll go from like January through to March time. It's a bit of a challenge, but I think we're up for it. And last night Kieran went forward and made a whole Discord for our read-along. Kieran is king of Discord, so I was just like, yep, you do all of it. Whereas my expertise is that I've read Les Mis before, so I am just going through the Discord and like editing it a little bit so that people can chat at different like signposted areas, making little channels for groups of chapters within the Discord, and doing it in such a way that it makes sense in terms of which characters we meet, any spoilers that are happening in certain sections. So I've done that for the first 3 parts of Les Mis, and now I'm doing it for part 4, which is Saint-Denis, and it is the longest section in Les Mis. It's the longest section in Les Mis. It has 15 chapters in it as opposed to the others which have like 8 or 9. A lot goes down, so I'm trying to work out in my head how best to break it up, and I'm like, but it's fine, it's fine. So yeah, that is what I have been doing. In other news today, I received this suspicious looking parcel. So me and a group of my friends from university are doing a little bit of a Secret Santa, you know, just to cheer us all up in this horrible, horrible year. And yeah, mine arrived today, so that's very exciting. And I did end up opening the card because I wasn't quite sure who it was from, but I have been warned by this card that it might be something that is useful for BookTube, or might be like a fun little challenge thing for my BookTube channel. So I've got a sneaking suspicion of what it might be, but I'll have to wait until I think it's midway through the month we're going to be unwrapping everything. So thank you, Secret Santa. Hello. It is now the 3rd of December and I am currently editing a video that I just filmed this afternoon. And what I like to do is I go through my footage and I get rid of any of the like dead moments where I'm not saying anything, where it's just completely silent. That's the easiest way for me to do my first run of edits. But I like to have something like on TV whilst I'm doing that, just to occupy my brain, because I'm like editing in silence at that point. But my sister's Netflix account locked me out because there were too many people watching it at the same time, but I have found something on TV which I think is even more glorious than Netflix. I went onto the Sky Christmas channel and there is a movie called The 12 Men of Christmas, which is starring Kristen Chenoweth. Kristen Chenoweth, aka Glinda from Wicked. So I'm just like, oh, please tell me that she sings in this. It says Kristen Chenoweth stars as a PR executive who must convince 12 men to pose naked for a calendar when she relocates to a cash-strapped town after getting fired. I feel like this movie is going to be like so incredibly cheesy, but like that's what you need at Christmas time, is a bit of cheese. And I've never seen this movie before, so you know, I'm expanding my horizons. And I think that sounds delightful, so that is going to be my editing film for today. Oh, poor Kristen Chenoweth is crying, and then Doggy comes to save the day. Look at that little face. Look at him, look at him. Okay, I am partway through this movie and I have just realised that it is basically Pride and Prejudice, but with like naked calendars in it. This film is basically Pride and Prejudice, Calendar Girls, and the Full Monty have a baby in Montana. Like Kristen Chenoweth is the Lizzie Bennet, there is a Darcy, there is a Wickham character who spreads lies about Darcy, and I've just watched the scene where the Darcy character admits that he has feelings for Kristen Chenoweth, and it is beat for beat the Pride and Prejudice scene, just like modernised. And I'm just like, guys, the tree is up. It needs decorating, but it's up. Yay! Hi everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. So it is now Saturday the 5th of December. I'm quite excited because later on today I'm going to be doing a live YouTube thing, a little party with Charlotte, the Really Enjoyed Books. Just a little group of us are going to be all getting together on YouTube Live to celebrate her birthday, so yay! But firstly, jobs for today I think are going to include doing the Christmas tree, getting that all decorated, and also a Christmassy job that I think some of you are going to understand, and the other lot of you are going to be like, Charlotte, what the hell? And it is all to do with Christmas chocolate boxes. So basically, in years past, my mum and dad had had a very, very firm stance that when it came to boxes like the Quality Street, the Celebrations Heroes, etc., that we were not allowed to touch them until like the 23rd of December, that all of that Christmas food was just off limits. Recently we've been able to work on them a little bit more. We've been able to sneak a few chocolates in the month of December prior to Christmas, because otherwise you're basically eating like multiple chocolate boxes in the space of like a week or two, and I feel like that's just not good for you. However, of course, if you open up the Christmas boxes a little bit too early, that means that you run the risk of getting to Christmas Day and basically just being stuck with a bunch of Bounty and Snickers, and nobody wants that. And so last year and now this year I have taken it upon myself to be the person who organises the chocolate boxes. And like I say, I think some of you are going to understand this and others are going to be like, what are you doing? But my task is literally to get these two boxes and have one box for Christmas and then one box just for the month of December. And it sounds mad, but there is method to the madness. So I am basically going to be watching a little bit of Vlogmas on my laptop whilst I put all of the chocolates into rows. Yay! Battle lines are drawn. All my infantrymen are in position. I understand that some of you are not going to get this, but this gives me so much joy right now. I have to say, I do not understand who thought this was a good idea. I don't mind Milky Ways, but who needs that many? And then our beloved, these three, these are the golden trio. And yet, so few. Then coming over to the heroes, I'm a big fan of a cream egg, so that's fine. There's much less eclairs, which is good because we don't like them because they kill our teeth. Yeah, I was quite pleased about that, and now it's basically to split all of them into the two boxes. No. No, stay. Stay. Stay, Nikki, stay. Okay. She's not quite.
She might need another branch of her.
I've got 2 branches at the bottom. There we go. Got it. Yay!
Charlotte, did you do the 2?
My TBR one. So funnily enough, I was going to put Addie LaRue, but I'll change it up a little bit because I've got mine's going to be not ones that I own because I don't.
Interested in.
That was going to be the one that I was interested in because it's a one that would be a bit out of my normal. But I'd heard other people like saying what it was about, and I was like, actually, that could be something that works for me. Oddly, because it's not my normal thing at all. Okay, so what's on my list? Okay, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig.
Okay.
Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. And Kindred by Octavia E. Butler.
Oh, they're all books that I thought you would be interested in.
I'm going to go with the second one.
Yeah, I'm going to go the second one purely because I read an early extract of that and I had no idea what was going on. There was like a giveaway like competition thing and you could read like an extract like being with a chance of winning, and I read it and I was like, honestly, I have no idea what's going, because it's not a sequel. I thought, oh, is this a sequel? And it's not, and so I'm just going to lean towards that one because that's kind of like the one that I'm less sure of. But
see, when you said Coynie, I thought, yes, you want to read that because it's based on classics, isn't it? Oh, I made that up. And you're like the history geek of BookTubers.
I'll say that.
In the back of my mind, something is telling me you DNF'd Jonathan Strange. And a part of me wants to say that. So you said Piranesi. I've forgotten the other 2 now already.
The Midnight Library.
I think you want to read that because you can't not want to read a Matt Haig book.
Kindred.
I'm going to go with Kindred because I think it's a fantastic book, and personally I think everyone should be interested in it, but I think the sci-fi time travel element of it puts you off. I don't think you like time travel, and I'm not sure why. Also, Tom wanted me to show you he's done this again.
Yay!
Part of me wants to say The Midnight Library, but again, I feel like who wouldn't want to read that because everyone's loving it and it does sound very lovely. I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay, so I don't own any of these yet, but I do want to read The Midnight Library, and I am actually, strangely for me, very interested in Kindred. But I don't really have any interest in Piranesi, despite the fact that Susanna Clarke's Jonathan Strange is set in York, so you'd think, York girl, I would want to read that, but I've got absolutely no interest in reading that. And I feel every single time I say that to somebody, they're like, you are a traitor to your university town. Sorry. It's 1,000 pages long and it's got like magic and I don't know. Maybe one day, but no, just because of that. And like you say, I'd read a little bit of the excerpt of it and I was just like, this is a bit weird for me. I don't think I'm going to get on with this. I think it's all just writing style for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard loads of people talking about Kindred, and even though it is sci-fi and that's not time travel, that's not really my normal thing at all. But I think the historical element of that and that kind of the emotional aspect of her having to deal with, I think especially they talked about the relationship between the main character and her boyfriend, and how they're both dealing with the time travel and the situation that they're in. That just sounded really interesting. Like that could be powerful and a bit emotional for me. Which, yeah, I'd like to see if I like it.
It's really horrifying, but it's really
Hi everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. So we are now on Sunday the 6th of December. So last night I was doing the live show with Shah over at Thoroughly Enjoyed Books for her 26th birthday, so that was really fun. That was with Shannon at 155 Books, Anna at Read to Me at Midnight, Eva from Pretty Purple Polka Dots, and me. I was just there like, wait, there was a fifth person. Who was the fifth person? It was me. And yeah, that was really, really fun. And today is going to be a pretty like video call heavy day as well. It's currently like 10 to 1 now, and I've got a video call with some of my friends from university around about 2:30, and then I have got a BookTube murder mystery around about 7:30, and that is being hosted by Kate Howe, but is going to include a whole bunch of different BookTubers. I don't know if that one is going to be going live on YouTube, I'm not quite sure, or if it's just going to be like a private thing, but that's going to be really fun. And I'll also link below Shah's live show as well, because that is available to watch. But at the moment I am trying on some clothes because my mum basically brought a couple of jumpers in and was like, hey, I think these might fit you, do you want to borrow them? But we've got this little number which is like an unintentional Christmassy kind of jumper because it kind of looks like snowballs. But she basically found this in a charity shop and thought that it would fit either one of us, and I quite like it. And then there is also this jumper that she picked up from M&Co. So this is like a navy blue knit. You can't quite tell because it's quite dark, see if I don't think it'll look any better over here, but yeah, little navy thing with some nice rainbow stripes. And I do absolutely love that now me, my mum and my sister can all share clothes because we're all the same size. Because when me and my sister were teenagers, we were both very different sizes, and I'd always be like, oh, I want to borrow stuff from my sister, and I couldn't. If anything, like, she would get hand-me-downs from me, even though she is 6 years older than me. But no, now I get jumpers from my mum and dresses from my sister, and it's very nice. And I haven't really updated much in terms of reading, and that's because not a lot of reading has been done recently. I am slowly making my way through this, A Christmas Cornucopia by Mark Forsyth, but I'm also listening on audiobook to Letters from Father Christmas by J.R.R. Tolkien. Can you tell that I've had to do that twice because the first time I went J.R.R. Tolkien, which is just a collection of the letters that he sent as Father Christmas to his children, and it is so lovely. Definitely one that I will want to buy as a book for my little Christmas shelf. But yeah, it's been another one of those slow reading weeks right now, but it's okay. I don't know how much of today I'm going to be able to vlog because, you know, it's my university friends who are not on YouTube and they didn't ask to be put on YouTube, so I don't think I'll be filming any of that. And I'm not sure about what the situation is like for the murder mystery with the other booktubers. But yes, that is what I am doing today. I thought you might enjoy seeing my murder mystery outfit. So very, very simple, but I am Reverend Will Be Done. So I've got my little handy Bible here, and am I guilty? Am I not guilty? Hi everybody, so it is the next day now, it is Monday, so that is now a new week of Vlogmas. So I just wanted to get in now and close off this week's vlog. But yeah, the murder mystery was really, really fun, and really enjoyed getting to meet a load of booktubers who I hadn't spoken to in person before. And I shall leave you with the before and after of my living room and how we've decorated it for Christmas.